Early in the morning,
What's going on, people? It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and I'm back with another episode of Topical Talks, an episode that I've been really looking forward to delivering, man. I can't lie to you. This is the type of content that differentiates TJ to every other commentator or every other person that shows their face on screen and talks about things going on, because as you lot know, who's been following me for a long time, I don't really give a shit about what's really going on in the world too much. I mean gossipy stuff, innit? I mean like trending gossipy stuff. A lot of the time I don't really care about other people's business, and I want to engage with you lot in serious, intellectual, critical thinking discussions. As you can see from the title, I'm going to be looking at schools, and I'm going to be looking at how the school curriculum crushes creativity, in my opinion. Okay, now this is not bashing schools. This ain't bashing education. I ain't like Rick from Rick and Morty who thinks schools is for idiots. No, I think school is extremely important. I think what we learn in schools could be better, but school is extremely important. Education is important, knowledge is power, innit? So yeah, this is not bashing schools, this is not bashing education. Education is important, so I just want to let you know. I just think that our current curriculum, what we're currently learning in schools, or what people are currently learning in schools, it's priming us to be robots. It's priming us to be cogs in the machine. It really is nullifying creativity. In my opinion, it's very obvious that the people who writes these school curriculums that goes across the whole country, whether it's private schools, grammar schools, normal schools, it's clear to me that they don't really want people challenging or being individual. They want you to just kind of learn the way they've written it, don't really challenge it, and then just kind of progress into work, and then work for the man, and then you're part of the system. Does that make sense? So listen, before I get into this, thank you to everyone that commented pineapples are purple dinosaurs in my last video. I saw every single one that commented. Obviously I saw all the comments anyway, and I'm thankful for all the engagement, but if you commented that, you're real in it, and you know why. I'm not even going to give away why, because I'm going to be doing that more often in my videos to prove that you lot are actually, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to give it away because some people will start cheating and that, but anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into this. Like the video, hit the bell to be notified, subscribe if you're new. It really helps the algorithm, it really helps all the engagement you lot give me, it really helps me grow the channel. So yeah man, let's get straight into this. Now, first things first, I want to start this video by telling you a story, and that story is about my life and how my education system went. It won't be long, 1-2 minutes, nothing long, nothing major. When I went to school, yeah, so what, I left sixth form at what, in 2013. So that was, I left school then 2013, yeah. So when that happened, yeah, throughout my whole school journey, throughout my whole school life, from primary school all the way to secondary school, all the way to uni, in my experience, they told me and they told us, you will fail at life if you do not educate, you will fail. Honestly, if you pursue drama, if you pursue anything PE, you will fail. You need the subjects you need to focus on: English, maths, science, boom, boom, boom. And they would drip feed that into you for years. I mean, I can only speak from my experience. If you're 25, 26, 24, if you're near my age, you'll know, innit? You'll know how school was, how they, like, obviously it depends what end you're in and that, but like just the general theme of school was that you must educate, then go sixth form, go uni, get grad job, work for a corporation. That's what they said to us. That's what they drove into my head. So any time from 16 years old, 18 years old, 13 years old, and I had the urge to do something like write music, get into acting, whatever the hell you want. Anytime I had the urge to do some shit like that, I said to myself, I can't be bothered. Let's just stick to what I know. Like, cause I'm not gonna get no money. If I do this, I'm gonna be poor. If I do this, I'm gonna be broke. In order to get success, in order to have money in life, I need to educate, job. You know what I'm saying? As in, when I say job, I mean corporate. Yeah? So that was my experience. So I'm speaking from personal experience here. I know firsthand that the school system nullifies creativity. Now, that's my experience in it. So I'm not saying that is the case for everyone else, but that is the basis of my theory. That was the basis of where this idea came from, how I felt. Because I trust my gut feeling to a T. No one can, my gut feeling is not always right, but I'd say 90 95, 99% of the time. It's pretty good, I can't even lie to you. And what goes into my gut feeling, the calculations that go into my gut feeling is two things. Emotional intelligence and my understanding of human beings, and perception. Those two combined equals my gut feeling. So I always trust my gut because I trust my perception and I trust my emotional intelligence. So I always trust my gut. If something's not feeling right, there's a reason for that. So in my gut, I'm feeling that school didn't promote creativity. It made sure that, you know, how many times, think about it, reflect. Did any of the school teachers in your schools, yeah, if you're near my age, or even now actually, my younger viewers, you let me know now. My younger viewers in the audience, let me know in the comment section now, what's the school system like? Because I'm not even in school no more. But if my gut, yeah, like actually, what was I saying? Reflect. What teachers were promoting drama? What teachers were promoting like PE? What teachers were really promoting food tech and all this shit? Because those subjects weren't deemed as academic. Those subjects can make you millionaires if you're good at them. But it was safer to go to English, maths and history. Have you lot used Pythagoras theorem in maths since you were year 9? Because I ain't. I've never used all that goofy shit. So why is maths deemed more important in the society and things like that? Now listen, when I ask the question, why is maths more important, I'm not saying maths is not important. So you know how some people's psychology is so weird, just because I'm saying one thing, it doesn't mean that I mean the opposite, okay? Maths is important, don't get me wrong. You know, when I'm going to the shop and I'm counting 1, 2 change and I've got change left, that's your day-to-day maths, yeah? No problem. If you're doing your little, you got a measuring tape there and you're measuring this and you're doing this, that's your basic numbers, your basic maths. You use that on a day-to-day basis. Maths is important. But when in the Ross am I going to be using Pythagoras theorem on all this dumb shit, yeah? But whereas in real life, you're going to need cooking skills, innit? You're going to need this type of skill, you're going to need that skill. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of subjects that really got downplayed in school. Really got downplayed in school. And this is what this video is about. I want to get you lot thinking, critical thinking, and not just challenging for no reason, but actually thinking, asking yourself why. You understand? You know, why did I feel like that? Why did I feel until I was 22, 23 years old that I couldn't pursue anything creative? Is that because I'm a pussy? Is that because I'm too scared to be confident and take the leap of faith? Maybe. Maybe I'm just a softie. Maybe I ain't got the balls to do something like that. I know myself and I'm quite a ballsy person, so I don't think it is that. And that's why I'm looking at the school system. So I actually wanted to deliver this originally with a friend of mine. I'm not going to bait her name because that's the reason why she's not doing this video. She's a teacher and she feels the same way I feel about school, but she doesn't want to bait herself up, so I get it. You're a melt, but I get it. But she sent me a lot of notes that I'm going to articulate to you lot, because this is not just me saying this. This is a teacher saying this. Yeah, someone who's worked in a school for years, someone who's only wanted to do stuff with kids. In fact, we met when we were both managers at a tuition company. So I know what the youth them are talking about and their dreams. What are they dreaming of? They're dreaming of being YouTubers. They're dreaming of being this star, that star. So just to make that make a bit more sense, I used to work for a tuition company where I met this friend, and I was a manager at a centre. I used to manage upwards of about, I think overall about 17 tutors or something, and they would teach the kids the curriculum. I'm sitting in the office now, just doing my work. I'm hearing what the kids are saying. They don't know I'm listening. I'm hearing what they're saying. Every single one of them, or 90% of them, they didn't want to be doctors, astronauts, policemen, feds, or whatever. I don't know why. Anyway, no offense. But anyway, they wanted to be YouTubers. And I was sitting here thinking, damn, look how the world has changed. So you've got a whole generation that this is 2017, by the way. So this is 4 years ago I'm picking up on this. It's my perceptions coming in, picking up on, ooh, I ain't heard of, when are they? Remember that, Cam, because that's interesting. Now, is that translating in the school curriculum? Not really. It's not. Because in the school curriculum, they tell you how to get the answer. So for example, in English, when I'm writing essay after essay in English, when I'm writing essay after essay in history, I'm writing the way I want to write. But in order to get the right marks for the curriculum, the teacher will have to tell you to write a certain way. That literally completely crushes any idea of individuality. That crushes any independence. That crushes any, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, free thinking. Do you understand? Because you could have 10 people you could have 20 people, forget that, 30 people in a class. 30 people in a class, that's 30 different ways of writing. 30 different ways of articulating an idea. But yet, in order to get an A, B, or C, or a 9, 10, or 9, 8, 7, whatever it is these days, you have to write a certain way. Now, some people might be like, okay, well, clearly to write a certain way, that might be the standard and this, and this, but is it though? The standard to who? Ask yourself, who writes these curriculums? Ask yourself, who writes the curriculum? It's someone in government. It's just that any don, it's that any 40-year-old, 50-year-old, like I'm gonna be 40 or 50-year-old one day. It's just that any don like me, like you, like her, like him, works in government and they have an agenda, they have propaganda, they write the curriculum for a specific reason. This ain't no conspiracy theories, it's just real. This is how the world works. Every country has the same. Yeah? Every country is written, the curriculum will be written by someone. So you just have to ask yourself why. Now my friend, my teacher friend, what did she say? She came up with a great point. Now, rather than me just stealing what she said in my own words, I'm just gonna read what she said. I'm actually gonna read what she said. So this is on WhatsApp now. There you go, she's answered the question for me. Hear what I'm saying now. The current curriculum was written by a politician, Michael Gove, which in itself is questionable because ultimately politicians have agendas, etc., and can be biased. I agree with that. Actually, in fact, everyone should agree with that because all politicians is fucking biased and shit. Anyway, unfortunately, it's now incredibly rigid and aimed at middle-class children. It's a Hersheyan approach. You're using big-ass words. It's a Hersheyan approach, which means there's an idea that students should be exposed to the best of the best rather than a curriculum which reflects their lives. All GCSE texts have to be British now. And so it means there isn't much diversity or variety, and often ethnic minorities are underrepresented, if presented at all. To be fair, that's a different topic. I don't really want to get into ethnic minorities and things like that. Even though I think that is important in its own right. I don't really want to talk about that. I want to talk about the thingy as a whole. Oh, there you go. She even said slightly off topic, but perhaps something to mention. See, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it trilly. See, I even said that. I keep it real. I could have gone into that. I could have made it race and all that stuff, but I didn't want to because that's a bit different. The second point she made, the curriculum is now incredibly rigid, especially when it comes to assessment and grading, and ultimately, it arguably stifles creativity. We don't give students autonomy to use creativity as an outlet for their feelings. For example, in the English language paper, the students have to write a creative writing entry. Rather than this be recognised as a creative piece of work like much of the curriculum, it is taught with a rigid framework which prevents an emotional response to the task. It becomes robotic and restrictive and, as the students have to write in a certain way to reach a pass mark or a high level. Exactly what man was saying. For example, they must use formal language which is considered ambitious or sophisticated vocabulary and a range of devices which creates a ticklish style of writing. A ticklish style of writing. Yeah, just they use this code, they use this structure of a sentence, tick. They use 10 nice long words in a paragraph, tick. Do you see how that gets dangerous? Do you see how you have generation after generation after generation, millions after millions of kids that go through the school system, including myself, including my little cousin, including kids that are born now? Do you see how nullifying creativity creates a whole army of just numb robots that can just fit into society to fit into a role? This is not me being conspiracy theorist. This is me just telling you the reality of the situation. Because it's different if you have millions and millions of creative ideas flowing around. And I don't even know why they would want to nullify creativity. Because creativity would help boost the economy a lot in ways if we can encourage new ways of thinking and this and this. But unfortunately, people don't like change. Ask a psychologist. I didn't do psychology, but even I know this. Your basic average human doesn't like change. They don't embrace change. If something's different, it's kind of like, oh, I don't really like that. And people just like the things the way they are. And I don't know, this is some high level shit, man. I can't lie. This is really for my critical thinkers in the audience. This ain't for the numb people that just want to talk about flipping Miss Our Fabulous this one day and I don't know, non-Savelli the next day. Do you know what I'm saying? This is some real shit. Nonsense is some real shit as well, to be fair, but still. It's just a bit strange because often writers and great thinkers are always praised for their originality, their creativity. But yet we've got generation after generation. I am literally part of this generation. I am part of the people that went through a school system that suppressed all my creativity. But thank God, I burst through the seams at the end. All you have to do is just look around. Like, look at what they encourage at schools and what they don't encourage at schools. Look at what they say in schools and what they don't say in schools. But yet, all the people that make the most money, your athletes, your musicians, your screenwriters, your actors, millionaires, billionaires, or whatever, they're the subjects that people don't really push in schools. Am I lying? I'm not. I'm telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Okay, there's gonna be some schools that push it more, but on average, no, they don't. I just want to end on this. This article was sent to me by my teacher friend. It came out on October 2016. The title reads, "Our curriculum is so narrow that it bores both pupils and teachers and crushes creativity." And look at how it starts. We are now creating clones, not individual children with ideas and the ability to think outside the box, writes one educationist. There is no doubt that the past 2 years of the Gov curriculum have created an education system which is determined to drive out of every individual any ounce of creativity. The great Pablo Picasso famously stated, "Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once they grow up." Sadly, schools are now given very little leeway to support any budding artists they may have. In just 2 short years, the national curriculum has driven enthusiasm out of all our children and also their initiative, and sadly, much of the enjoyment, blah. No time for free thought. A 2015 study by Warwick University suggested that Britain was falling behind other leading powers in reimagining learning and said it is vital that current and future generations have technological, entrepreneurial and creative confidence and skills to drive economic growth. And yet since 2011 there has been an 11% drop in secondary art teachers and an 8% drop in secondary drama teachers. What have I been saying? The proof is in the pudding. And this is where I always back my perception. I clocked this 10 years ago. I'm clocking this 15 years ago. I'm sitting here thinking, why is it that I don't want to pursue this? But I want to pursue this. The proof is in the pudding. Now don't get me wrong. As it stands, there isn't much money in art. It is harder to break into the drama industry. I hear that. But the proof is in the pudding. The fact that there has been a decline in teachers across the whole nation, that proves the point. They are prioritizing other subjects. Why? Are those subjects going to really drive the economy? As I said, when the hell did I ever learn Pythagoras' theorem? When have I used that in real life? I haven't. So, anyway, listen, thank you so much for anyone that made it this far. If you made it this far, I want you to drop 3 gorilla emojis with a pineapple emoji. 3 gorilla emojis with a pineapple emoji. Thank you so much for anyone that stuck this far. Thank you for sticking by our Topical Talks. Let me know what you think. What do you think? What was your school experience like? What was your school experience like? Let me know. Because I personally believe that while school is amazing and needed, we could be doing more with the curriculum. You feel me? Anyway, 3 gorillas and a pineapple emoji. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.